I'm Raju. My name. Okay. 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 Um, I started. I started my career like you all now, venturing to secure all India rank in the civil services. I was like you exactly, and I was not that fortunate like you all now. Very ordinary graduation. Intermediate, I secured just 57%. I'm very sure you all might have crossed 90 plus. I'm very sure. So my percentage of marks was roughly 57%. So I couldn't secure admission in any of the professional colleges. So I opted for the least preferred subject, geology, BSc geology, from God-forsaken college, the Hindu college, Guntur, which is so. To my luck, the whatever happens for our good. So geology helped me in getting into the civil services, which is the least preferred for graduates, because there is no job except geology job. So when I look back, the decision of like absolutely enjoying my 11th and 12th time ended up with 15.7% and not getting admission into biology, physics, or chemistry, and joining as geology grad helped me in the civil services. It was not at the back of my mind, civils actually. People like you who are very, very progressive, and my classmate M. Nageshwar Rao and another, they were discussing like they are into debating elocution competitions from college days. That there is an exam, that exam is civil services exam, IAS exam. I was just looking, I was listening to them. So I said that, okay, there is an exam. That was the first plant, the seedling happened in a normal conversation between two of my classmates. Oh, there is an exam called civil services. That's it. But they're already into essay competition, debating and quiz and elocution competition. They're far ahead of me when it comes to contemporary issues. Like, so isn't that okay? That was there. But in the graduation, I just want to get a university seat for the post graduation. That was my immediate aim, the 3 years. It's not the civil services. That 3 years of graduation gave me 80 plus. From 57%, I quantum jumped to 80%, 80 plus percent. I landed up in Andhra University, post graduation, geology again. So that was 87, 88. There was no looking back. I secured gold medal. My first attempt in the civil services UPSC 88. So first attempt with the geology and second optional sociology. That time 2 optionals, old method, no essay. Essay introduced after 94. So sociology I went to because it was not my bread and butter. Geology was my bread and butter. My professors asked me to take geology classes to my classmates. Professor AVR Shastri, Professor Kshir Sagar, just Raju, you take the class, today's class. To my classmates in geology, that is a post-graduation level. That helped me indirectly when I look back at my All India 65th rank with no, because I was not as fortunate as you are. Neither English medium nor professional course. It was a run-of-the-mill geology. Don't know where I end up. But willy-nilly, when I look back, my professors trusting me and asking me to take the classes in geology to my classmates, to one. We are 21 classmates. So that perhaps helped me in 2 counts. One is to take a class. I had to have the clarity, right? I had to have the clarity. Then only, otherwise you will not. So to To get the clarity, I stuck to fundamentals. Only fundamentals, nothing but fundamentals. Once we are sure of the fundamentals, application is by the way. Because you play with, once you are comfortable with the alphabets, sentences, syntax, grammar, you can play with that, right? But if you are not comfortable with alphabets, so that is the first revelation to me, that thanks to my professors, that teaching helped me in almost attaining mastery over geology. That was 600 marks paper for UPSC. Paper 1, 300 and 600 total. Like how the fundamentals helped me. 3 years of Hindu college graduation. The head of the department, Subramaniam, Professor Subramaniam, he dictated notes. Graduation first year onwards. That notes, graduation, exactly helped me in the UPSC, in my post-graduation. In UPSC, the same material where my professor helped me in giving the dictation. Because he stuck to fundamentals. Only fundamentals, nothing but fundamentals. So UPSC, when it comes to the geology, 3 years exam, 5 questions, 3 hours of exam, 5 questions. I play, I teach UPSC what is geology. That was my level of confidence. Rarely like accept, because once you are confident about the fundamentals in any subject, you are ready for any exam. You are ready for anything. Coming to sociology. Professor Srinivas is anthropology professor. It was not my subject. I went to his, sir, please teach me on sociology. For civil services now. Yes, sir. So that time it was a cyclostyle notes, right? Cyclostyle. It was not a Xerox paper. So he gave me around 5-6 pages of cyclostyle notes of sociology, of the basic terminology of the sociology. Social stratification, family, kinship, the basic terminology of the sociology. My second option was a sociology. Whatever the dictionary, it's not dictionary, it is cyclostyled paper. That is the fundamentals again. Not knowing that he is slowly taking me into fundamentals of sociology. Like it was 87, 88, the class, not even a class, it's only. He said that if you are thorough with the terminology specific to a subject, why sociology is a unique subject than public administration, why history is a unique subject than sociology, it has its own terminology. Anthropology has its own terminology. Public administration has its own terminology. You will find the terminology from the dictionary. I bought Oxford Sociology Dictionary. It is still with me. Still it is there with me. Whatever the UPSC syllabus, in the syllabus they have given the chapters, right? Each chapter has subheads. Ethnocentrism. Fine. Go to the dictionary, highlight ethnocentrism. Emile Durkheim. Go to Emile Durkheim. Anomy. Dictionary. Whatever the sociology term is there, I went to the dictionary. If there is a word in sociology, if there is any word, including the word sociology, there has to be a sociological meaning. Socio means two or more people. Logos means science. It is the interaction between two or more people, is subject is sociology. So interaction means what? Communication. I speak to you in Mandarin. It's a language, right? I'm communicating. Is that a social interaction? Is it a social interaction? You are watching the TV. Your favorite hero is bashing. You also like you show the emotions. Is it a social action? It's not. It's an action, but not a social action. Social interaction means a communication which is meaningful communication through a medium called language, which is known to both. That is called social interaction. It was not now, it is 87, 88, the first line. Any word UPSC means, are you clear about it or not? Is the first question. If you are not clear, make it clear. That unknowingly helped me in sociology, getting the All India number 1. I was the highest scorer of the optional sociology. 200 marks in first paper, 175 second paper. Geology, 175, 180. Out of 300, it's like cakewalk for me, like optionals. So once I am very comfortable with the 1200 marks, right? No essay. So 3 general studies papers, 1750 that time. Interview was 250, 2000. First attempt, I was very happy that I qualified for the interview. Thanks to geology, sociology. My general studies, history is by the way, but core competencies, 1200 marks. I went to interview, I scored just out of 250. It was May 14th, 1989. Then afternoon session, I was the 4th or 5th candidate from the last that day. Imagine May, summer, and tension, not confident about the language, sitting outside when the interview candidate was inside. Oh, like I couldn't open my mouth. It was completely a disaster. Had I scored 125 out of 250, that is 50%, I would have got some rank. I did not get any rank. Gone, sunk. When it comes to the second attempt, I decided one thing. 250 marks, not in my hands. Interview marks, that time 250, it's now 270, not in my hands. They're not in my hands because the factors I cannot control. How many marks are in my hands? 1750. When 1750 is given to you and me, why I'm looking to 250? The only guiding principle for me is, out of 1750 which they are in my hands, can I score that many marks where without interview, even 0 interview I shall get a rank because it's in my hands. Now coming to the same logic now, we apply to, in your case, 2025, correct? Out of 2025, if you score 1050, you are all India number 1 ranker, top 10, top 20. So 2025, 1050 is equal to 51%. You calculate, note down, it's a 51%. Okay. Now 275 interview marks. Our target is how to score 1050. Any clear? Any doubt? 1050 is the target. Interview 275. In the worst case scenario, you go on your DAF, detailed application form. You say that my name is this, I studied from engineering college, I am from this place, native place. The UPSC guideline says that you shall be engaged for minimum 20 minutes. It's not that 5 to 6 minutes you are out. That is against the UPSC norms. If a candidate is extraordinary, 30-35 minutes on the outer limit. When it comes to the marking, the minimum is 140. If the mark is 140 or below, the board chairman has to give explanation why this candidate is given least mark. To minimize the subjectivity, to minimize undue favor or disfavor to somebody, it's a very clear instruction to the board chairman. You are giving 210 and above. You have to give again why. What is so extraordinary about this candidate? So the bracket is 140 to 210. With your pleasing personality, simple communication, 150 is not that difficult to score. So 150 out of 275 is equivalent to 47%. I don't need more than that. 150 is a reasonable expectation. Now out of 1050, 150 in the interview. How much we score? 900. 900 out of 1750. 1750, right? 90. That is how much percent? That's around 57%. 900 out of 1750 is roughly around 57%. We'll come to that. Now, if I am taking your exam, now if I am appearing for this exam, the same strategy I followed in 89 and 92. The same I'll follow. What is that I follow? My target is 1750. 900 marks. I shall score 900 out of 70. It's in my hands. It's in my hands. It's not in the institutes or your, right? Clear or not? It's in your hands. You agree or not? It's in your hands, right? Any doubt? Right. Now, the target is 900. Optionals again 500 marks. The way I have applied the Wilfredo Pareto's 80-20 rule to my optional, it helped me with a simple logic. Sociology. Why even now I'm so confident about the sociology optional for a simple reason. Out of the 12 chapters in paper 1, 12 chapters in paper 2. That is a syllabus given by UPSC. 80% of my effort, time, energy is on chapter 4 of paper 1. Read. Just if you have internet, just quickly see. Sociology optional. What is chapter 4? It is sociological thought. Sociological thought. That is sociological thinkers. Chapter 2 in sociology is Indian sociological thought. M.N. Srinivasan, S.C. Dubey, then Guire, Dumont, Louis Dumont. These are Indian sociological thinkers in chapter 2 of paper 2. My entire study, if you ask me what are the other 11 chapters in paper 1, 11 chapters in paper 2, I don't know, frankly. You may think that I'm exaggerating. I'm giving you a story. My simple logic is like this. Chapter 4 of paper 1 has 10 to 12 sociological thinkers. Same with the anthropology, anthropological thought. Same with the public administration thought. Do you take away the thought chapter? You take away the thinkers. Your subject won't exist. Without E.B. Taylor, Karl Marx, Max Weber, then R.K. Martin, then the other, Auguste Comte, Herbert Spencer, then Emile Durkheim, R.K. Martin, Max Weber, Karl Marx. If you remove them, there is no sociology subject. Same with the public administration, same with the anthropology. You remove the thought, there is no subject matter. There is no sociology. The 11 chapters in paper 1 of the sociology emerges from chapter 4. 10 or 15 thinkers. Right? Remove that, the sociology optional won't be there. The remaining chapters won't be there. My focus is only on chapter 4 because if I can master Karl Marx and Emil Durkheim, I'm indirectly reading chapter on religion, reading chapter on social change, reading chapter on social stratification. Because Karl Marx spoke about the class struggle based on stratification. The social change from Asiatic mode of productions to the communism is how the social change happened when the means of production has changed hands. That is the Marxian concept of social change. Instead of this gradual change, he advocated revolutionary change. That's what Lenin did. 1919 Bolshevik Revolution. That is, without Marxian thorough understanding, you cannot have command over social change, command over social stratification, and class struggle. The class, caste and power, the concept of developed by another sociologist, has roots from Marxian social class. Whoever has this, I call this as a courageous application of Wilfredo Pareto's principle. 20% of the syllabus gives me 80% result. Chapter 4, paper 1, chapter 2, paper 2, total thinkers around 25. If you take the miscellaneous, Indian. So I played with the thinkers, the thought. There is no question answered without quoting 2 to 3 thinkers. There is no question I have. Because you're writing sociology answer, right? You have to prove to the examiner that this is a sociology, not a general studies. There is no difference between sociology and general studies. If you quote Karl Marx or Emil Durkheim about why in this society, Hyderabad, the delay in marriages or the short duration of the recent marriage resulted in divorce rate, resulted in increased number of suicide. It is in Hyderabad or in Mumbai, in this generation. If you write it, it's become a general studies. If you bring in Emil Durkheim's anomy concept into the same phenomenon, is a sociology answer. Minus sociological thinkers, minus anthropological thinkers, your answer becomes general studies. Examiner will not be impressed. This is what I realized. It's a self-discovery. The question is, optional 500 marks. So now, I just some statistics. Out of 1000, that is optional 500, coming to essay. Essay 2025 for 250 marks. The question, section A, truth knows no color. That is first, truth knows no color. I can guarantee you, there are roughly around 20 participants. Each one of you will surely come up with your own answer, your own essay for this. No two candidates will write identical or similar answers, except in optional. Optional is the only place where thinkers are the same, material is one and the same, standard textbooks. There overlapping happens. Okay. Now, sociology from Upendra, That time he was a towering personality in sociology. He comes from Delhi. He conducted classes in Hyderabad. I came all the way from Visakhapatnam to attend his classes. I attended his class. There are around 200 candidates. Fair enough. Same examples, same case studies, same textbooks, same study material. No change at all. Fair enough. Now, something occurred in my brain. That if all these candidates attending Upendra's class in Hyderabad, majority of them are from Hyderabad. In the mains, there is every possibility that they all opt for Hyderabad center. All of us attending to the same lecture, same material, same examples, writing the same exam, same paper from the same center. So the UPSC method that time was the center specific papers en masse goes to an evaluator. I don't know the current method. Now these 50 papers from Hyderabad center sociology goes to Tamil Nadu, one professor. He looks at her paper, Arey, same examples hai yaar, same case studies hai yaar. By the time third or fourth candidate, I become so lazy. I said that, no, come on, yaar, they may be copied. So something occurred to me. I said, no, I'll not opt for Hyderabad center. I opted for Cuttack center. I don't know how it occurred to me. The same logic. Arey, Upendra is giving the same examples here, same case studies. All will surely, out of the 8 questions, 5 you have to attempt. The probability of 90% writing the same examples is high. I want my paper to remain standalone. So Cuttack से कोई student है नहीं यहाँ पे. So I opted for Cuttack center. I don't know. That might have helped me. Out of the Cuttack center sociology candidates in the Varun Shah College Center, all might have attended the same sociology professor from Cuttack University. I'm the only guy attended Upendra's class from Hyderabad, went all the way to Cuttack. If you are examiner, out of these 10-15 papers, one unique paper, अरे यार बढ़िया लिखा है यार, मुझे marks चाहिए ना, I want marks यार, I want rank. I have no love for sociology. Don't fall in love with optionals. No. मुझे marks चाहिए, marks चाहिए, marks. कौन दे देगा marks? How to secure marks? That is the only thing. You are here spending. Is it useful or not? Gives me marks or not? Otherwise, leave. If I'm telling about my story, so that, sir, exam होने के बाद we'll have time, we'll sit. Now it is exam. Now it is marks. Always be. This is what I call mercenary approach. You know, mercenaries. If there is no benefit to me, why should I waste my time now? No. What is the benefit? A mercenary ka kam, you know what do they do? A mercenary. They're the hired assassins. So they take the money and so for me, marks chahiye. Spending time with Upendra, marks. If I'm here, if it is not useful to you, I'm wasting almost 20 hours here. Each 1 hour, no. 20 man hours is wasted. I don't want to involve. So now optional is in your hands. Now coming to essay 250 marks. Why I have taken is, out of this 1750, the 1000 marks are for optional 500, essay 250, ethics, integrity, aptitude paper 250. There are the 1000 marks, right? Okay, ma'am. Our target is 900 out of 1750. 90 out of 1750 or other than interview 900 marks. That is 57%. For me, can I score just 57% mark in essay, optional and ethics? Because out of 1000, 1750, the 1000 marks of 1750 is equivalent to 57%. You can calculate. Means I want just 57% in essay, in optional. In optional, 57% is just equivalent to 285 marks out of 500. You can calculate, please. Out of 500, if I can score 285 in the optional, that is 57% scored out of 500. Essay, 142 is 57%. Out of 250, 142 is equivalent to 57%. And ethics, integrity, aptitude is also 142 out of 250 is 57%. That means out of 1000 marks, I get 57%. That's come to 570. 57 of 1000 is 570. Correct? The target of the essay and ethics and optional is 1000 marks. My target shall be, I shall get at least 570 to 600. 57% to 60%. Why? Optional is in your hands. That two thinkers, whoever gets the command over thinkers will be the final list, mark my word. Whatever may be your optional. Whoever studies every chapter in the optional will end up last. Will end up last. You are wasting your time. Study the thinkers in public administration. Take up the questions, last 10 years of old questions. Every question you attempt from a thinker angle. Keep on approaching that question. Anthropology, sociology, public administration, geography, there are theories. Geology, there are theories. There are theories. Geography, there are theories, I'm very sure. Hydrological cycle, geomorphological features, there are theories. Every question has to be approached only from a thinker's point of view. If you are doing that, you are the ranker. If you are not doing it, start that. There is no shortcut for this. Coming to essay, 250 marks, how do I score 140? As of now, I have taken the top 100 rank, 200 rankers, last 2015 to, because essay, this division introduced 2013. One essay, instead of 2013. I have taken the average mark in the essay out of 250. It is a bracket between 90 to 110, average. Some may be getting 125, 130, 140, that is an exception. But average bracket is 110. Now, if with your limited, the current status, sure you will score 100. If you read correct English, grammatical English, sentence formation, simple English, 100 marks. But target is another 40. Your presence here is with the seniors and the mentors is from 100. It's our responsibility to take you to 110 first. From 110 to take you to 125. By August next year, 2026 mains, we assure you that you will cross 140 because target is 57% out of 250. At the current level of your preparation, I give you a bracket of 90 to 100, not more than that. Not more than that. Now take up this. There is no essay topic which is repeated. It's more of a creative writing ability. You have to cultivate that skill of creative writing ability. It's a creative writing. Like 10th class, for composition, right? Truth knows no color. In 1100 words. 180 minutes exam, 90 minutes given to this. Out of 90 minutes, you take on an average a good handwriting. Per minute, you will write very legible, clear handwriting. It comes to 25 to 30 words per minute. If the practical experience I'm telling, whatever I'm speaking to you, it's not theory. It's I experimented with myself. If the question is about 150 words, 10 marks, right? At the end of my answer, bracketed 149 words, counted. How do I count? Time waste. I have not counted it, but I'm very damn sure it's 148 or 151. How? While preparing myself, your answer sheet has lines. I made it a point to write every line with 5 words, not more than 5 words. I am preparing for civil 5 services examination this year, 5 lines. 5 words, 5 words. But it's very easy to count number of lines. One paragraph, 10 lines is 50 words. 3 paragraphs, 150 words. Religiously, I committed to the UPSC. That examiner might have shocked. This guy is counted. I counted it. A and B is also a word. Counted. 150. It's not that in the exam I did it. While preparing, made it a drill. It's a drill. Self-induced drill. Again and again and again and again. It's such a boring exam. To prepare is such a terribly boring exam. You have to have a habit. You have to have a hobby of self-hobby to keep you sane, to keep you in a good mental frame. Otherwise, pagala ho jata hai ye exam mein. Nothing is certain. Nothing is certain after 1 year of your effort. It's scary. It unnerves you. Your name is there. Your life is made. Name is not there. 1 year is gone. Go back to again prelims. That's why you have to come up with your own tips and tricks, maximum scoring. 150 word limit. Now, with your average writing speed per minute, at best you write around 25 to 30 words legibly, clearly, cogently. So 25 into 25 minutes, 625. 625 words, around 1000 to 1100. So 30 minutes instead of 25, 30 minutes. Go to 35 minutes. Out of 90 minutes, thinking, selecting the top out of the 4, truth knows no color. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Thought finds a world and creates one also. Where to start? What is this? It takes cool mind to see through what is the topic here. Another 5 to 6 minutes to identify the subject. Another 5 to 6 minutes to identify, marshal your thoughts. What are the, you have to give muscle, right? You have to build up that. Brick by brick you have to. It takes another 10 to 15 minutes. Examples, data, comfort, then you. Last week, see, I want to be honest with myself before opening my mouth before you. What is the honesty I'm talking with? Like, can I write an essay on my own in my study room? I sat, the topic given to me myself, the topic is my country by 2047. It is the topic given to myself, my country by 2047. Hilta hi nahi. Where to start? What to write, what not to write? It's very easy to lecture, मानना बहुत आसान है. So easy to lecture. You ऐसा करो, ऐसा मत करो. Do it. You do it. Now, last week I wrote an essay on this. I'll show you. It's there in my diary. 1 page. Where to start, yaar? Where to start? Why 2047? What is its significance? That was 100 years of India's independence. Then immediately, We started our journey with the trust with the destiny, Jawaharlal Nehru, on the midnight of 1947. At the stroke of the midnight, India awakes to its freedom. With a trust with the destiny. That was my first sentence. Like, point here is, after that, क्या लिखना है उसके बाद? After 4th or 5th page, is impossible यार. I got up, छोड़ दिया, चले गया मैंने. It's a practical experience state. Imagine 90 minutes under extremely time pressure. This is a very comfortable chair, okay? My office chair is very comfortable. वहाँ पे खचड़ा टेबल, ये लकड़ी का chair, you will not feel uncomfortable. Fan नहीं है, light नहीं आता है. We don't know in the exam hall. We don't know the ambience, right? It's not a cozy, cushy fan. If she gets the seat next to the window, if I get in between the windows, mar gaya, sweating. It affects my performance. What matters is what factors helps us, what factors doesn't help, we don't know, frankly. So when it comes to the essay, we have an action plan. How to attack an essay for the UPSC. To score now, I can assure you, on this topic, truth knows no color. With your current level of information and command over English language, 95 to 100 bracket, you all will end up. No, sir, that is sufficient for me. Fair enough. Then go to the ethics paper or optional. Optional, then you cannot have the luxury comfort of settling with 275. You have to compensate it by, here you are losing 40 marks, right? There 900 is the target. Then you have to optional, you have to do that extra. So the purpose of this is, are you ready for this incremental progression? It's not a quantum jump. Don't expect miracle or the quantum progress. It won't happen. It won't happen. If someone is promising you 140, he's bluffing you because he doesn't know. Ask him only or her only one thing. You write the essay. Same question, no? Write the essay, sir. हमारे साथ में तुम भी लिखे. Truth knows no color. आप भी लिखिए, sir. That is what I'm going to do. It's not that I'm asking you to write the essay. With you, I write the essay, my own essay. Because to compare, you have to have what you call the different comparisons. The essay which I write shall be definitely in that 140. Then only you can compare, right? If my essay is in 75, say that अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा लिखा है मैडम, बहुत बढ़िया है. I am a fool. I'm making her also a fool. Don't accept this type of substandard advices in this exam, please. Other exams, I don't. But this exam, it's cutthroat. You are 100%, it's like zeros and one. Either 1 or 0. There is no. You are 1, life settled, or 0. Come back. So, essay, we have an action plan for the essay. From 90, it's very easy to take you to 90 to 110. Extremely difficult, 110 to 125. 140 is, that's what gives you. And it is possible. It's certainly possible. Coming to ethics essay paper. There are no standard set answers for that also. You come up with honesty and integrity. You come up with objectivity, transparency. What is your definition? What is your examples? It's totally unique. There is no standard definitions for that. There is no standard textbooks. Ethics and essay, integrity and aptitude. The target is 142, 57%. I was looking at, what is the topper, 2024 topper? IPS officer turned. Dubey, Shakti Dubey, no. 24, 23. He was in the IPS. He came here for mock interview also. Srivastava. Srivastava, as per the news, I don't know how it is. He scored 143 in ethics paper. It was the highest since 2011 or 2012, whichever. So imagine your level is with your current preparation of the ethics integrity paper, you will be end up with 85 to 90, not more than that. Not more than that. The ethics, like there are no standard answers there. You have to come up with your own answer then and there. 7 case studies. Why they have introduced a case study? Because to kill your time. Answers are so simple. 3 questions. What options are available to you? What are the ethical dilemmas? What are your recommendations? To arrive this in 9 minutes, you have to have that skill. So the 250 and 57%, 142 is achievable, my point. So optionals, your different optionals, that is 275 plus 142 plus 142 is nearly 600. It comes to 57% out of 1000. 570 is almost. If target is out of this 1000, these 1000 are in my hands. Left with GS1, GS2, GS3. 3 papers. Bhagwan ka bharosa hai. Last 10 years of 200 rankers, the top 200 rankers, average is 80 in GS1, 2, 3. 80 marks. Average 80 to 90 bracket. Because this is a composite. Essay is unique. Ethics is a monolith. Optional is monolith. GS1, history, art and culture, economy, polity, geography, khichda, that, science and technology. All jhamela, khichdi. Nobody, no. Plus 20 questions. In 20 questions, 180 minutes, 9 marks, 9 minutes. Again, 150 words or 250 words. 750, 1000 essay, ethics optional, 750 GS 1, 2, 3. Out of 1750, 1000, 57%, 570. Target is 900. Our target is 900, right? 900 plus interview 150, 1050. Out of 900, 575 is in first 3 optional, essay, ethics and optional. Another is 300 marks for me. In 3 papers, in 3 GS 1, 2, 3 means each paper, if I can score 100, is 42%. Just 42% is more than sufficient. If you score 100 in paper 1, 100 paper 2, paper 3, you are genius. I can guarantee you in GS paper 3, 110, 120, it's possible in GS3 because it has an internal security component, which is very easy to crack. There are only 8 to 10 internal security challenges. 8 to 10. Out of that, surely 4 questions. GS20, GS3, UPSC and 2025 paper. Question number, Question number 9. Terrorism is a global scourge. How has it manifested in India? Elaborate with contemporary examples. What are the countermeasures adopted by the state? Explain. 150 words, 10 marks. 10 marklu. Question number 10. Government of India recently stated that LWE will be eliminated by 2026. 10 marks. That is 20 marks. Question 19. What are the major challenges in the internal security and peace process in the Northeast region? That is 15 marks in 250 words. Manipur, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. 4. Why maritime security vital to protect India's sea route, sea trade? Discuss maritime and coastal security challenges. 250 words, 15 marks. 30 plus 20, 50 marks. 10 questions. We are taking the responsibility of giving you 10 questions in internal security as a module. Not now. By July, immediately after the prelims. Why? What is the logic? Why not now? winter session of the parliament, November, December. Budget session of the parliament is February, March. By the time prelims, these two sessions will surely discuss about internal security challenges. For me, there are two main sources of identifying the UPSC method of thinking and selecting the topics. One is the website, Ministry of Home Affairs website. If it is internal security, if it is agriculture, it is Government of India website is Agriculture and Farmers Welfare website. Please visit. If you want latest data, latest Government of India schemes, the benefit to the farmers, and all the soil test, whatever you want, the current affairs, there are 33 departments, Government of India, all 33 have their websites. For me, MHA, internal security. Second is Parliament, Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. Also there, my responsibility is starred questions, unstarred questions on the internal security. Members ask the questions starred or unstarred. It is documented in the Parliament archives. Academy's responsibility to identify these 10 areas which are in the news and give you by July, immediately after the prelims. That is one page, 10, maximum 10 pages. These 10 pages is worth 50 marks, 4 questions. So in GS3, internal security is 50 marks. With a little effort, with the common sense, you score at least 30, 35. The remaining I require only the 75. In that, social issues is there. I think general studies, paper 3 social issue, syllabus. I don't know, social issues are in which paper? GS1. Huh? Yes. So GS1, 2, 3, only internal security, I'm very sure. Science and technology, I'm not sure. That's not my area. Social issues, though I can handle, but I had to be extremely cautious. So here, the mentor group, we frame area-specific modules, like internal security as a module, social issues as a module, science and technology as a module. This is a very simple capsules. The target is 100 to 110, that is 300, provided you are strong in optionals. Otherwise, you have to compensate by giving extra to GS1, 2, 3. In your hands. The target is now 300 plus 570, exactly 870 to 900. That is my target. If 875 you clock, first interview is 150. That is 1025 to 1050. You will top 100. So, what else you want to know? It's as simple as that. It is extremely difficult if you go line by line, chapter wise. Oh my God, I never did that. Perhaps that helped me in securing All India 65th rank. That is the only thing helped me. Yes, not the interview. Interview is not in my hands. Interview second attempt I got 125. Theek hai yaar, no problem. With the interview mark, I got 65th. Interview had it been 150, I would have been the number 1 or 2, Anirudh Mukherjee. So, what do you want to know? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you want to ask? I hope my statistics is commonsensical, which is my target is 1050. How do I reach that one? You come up with your own action plan, but keep the 1050 in front of you. Split it. This is called low-hanging fruit. Search for entire the 7 papers. Search for where I can. Optionals. What is the optional? Anthro, majority. PSIR, anthropology, sociology. PSIR. I'm very sure there is a nation, state, the thinkers, political thinker, political thought. You should be in a position to teach all the thinkers to the faculty who handles this subject, right? I'll be very happy if whoever is taking sociology, teach me about R.K. Merton's or G.H. Mead's I, Me and Myself. Teach me. Please teach me. I'll be very happy. Sociology, one more, like geology, I took classes to my classmates. When it comes to the sociology, I'm ever grateful to my dear friend, not classmate, is Ganesh. He came to me, Anna, kunch sociology, can you teach me sociology? Oh, that is something. Okay. I accepted that. He's my contemporary in Andhra University pursuing some other subject. I don't remember, but I remember his name, Ganesh. To, to make Ganesh understand what is the value problem in sociology, what is objectivity in sociology, is sociology a science, value bias in sociology, there is no, to bring it to his level is a real challenge for me. Almost 10 years of old question papers, sociology, every question I explained to Ganesh. Perhaps that helped me. I don't know. When I look back, that teaching perhaps helped me in getting the clarity in the concept. That helped me in handling pressure, stress in the exam. One more way of I how I answer the questions in the exam. Okay, I rarely remember something to answer. I don't rely on the memory part, because under that extreme stressful 180 minutes, you go blank. You have to experience that. Whoever has written mains will know that it goes blank. Distinguish between the Human Development Index HDI and the Inequality Adjusted Human Development Index with a special reference to India. Why IHDI considered a better indicator of inclusive growth? This is the question. 10 marks, 150 words. That means 3 paragraphs. 3 paragraphs, each paragraph for 10 lines, of each line of 5 words. It's a simple template. I never deviated from this. Distinguish means differentiate. First point, this is called command word. Command verb. The UPSC uses the command verbs. Like I explained you, the discuss, distinguish, explain, elucidate, critically examine. All 250 words, UPSC uses the word critically examine. Right. So distinguish between HDI and IHDI. If this is I'm writing the answer, table, HDI, IHDI. You remember class 10th? UPSC, I read that way. I wrote that way, sociology and geology, both optionals. Answer also. Second, Human Development Index, underline colon dash, IHDI, underline colon dash. In the 10th class, 11th and exam, we have the habit of underline and colon dash. That's called subheads. I did that. Borrowed the words from the question itself. This is one skill you have to pick up. The more the number of times, it's not repeating the question, the words in the question with a special reference to India. Now, the HDI and IHDI is the universal parameters. It's asking first give, then with reference to India, underline colon dash. Because I'm asking the examiner, I'm informing the examiner that within the given boundaries of the question, I'm confining myself. I'm not going. So he should not search for your answer. You guide the examiner. I guided the examiner by subheadings. Subheadings drawn from the question itself. Why IHD considered the better indicator of inclusive growth? The word, if I'm a civil service aspirant, what is inclusive growth? The question is, the word itself, inclusive growth, how the growth is different from progress, how the progress is different from development. So what is inclusive growth? I don't know. Write down. I did not consider any word taken for granted. मुझे मालूम है. I know the answer. No, prove it. Because only when you prove, you get the marks. Proof is in writing. Prove करो ना. Prove to yourself by writing. That is my point. So, do not believe that you know the answer unless you write it. That's what I did. Almost one full bundle of that very cheap variety paper and one full handful of pens is there with me. Right. Inclusive growth, inclusive growth. If it is inclusive growth, what is exclusive growth? Write down. Why suddenly the word inclusive growth is cropped up? That means someone excluded from growth. Who are those excluded from growth? Uneducated, rural masses, women excluded. Women were never part of any economic development. So then, to bring the women, rural women, into economic activity, what are the government of India schemes? Self-help groups, Dwakra groups, skilling program, Mudra loans. You all studied about self-help groups, I'm very sure. But what is the philosophy behind that? A left out, excluded section of the society is empowered through skilling, through monetization, through giving them loans, 0% loans, 0% interest, 25% interest, and loans at without any paperwork, and direct benefit transfer. These are all there to ensure that the leftover segments of the society, like SCs and STs, some minorities, some women, they are also brought into the growth. That's called inclusive growth. So IHDI takes care of empowering the leftover sections. Whereas Human Development Index is basically health, education, sanitation, drinking water. That is Human Development Index. The happiness index, like. So that's all. That is not sufficient. Whereas this inequality adjusted, linked to equity. That's a morning class, I don't know. What is the difference between equality and equity? Again, please. See, I want you to write. What is the difference between equality and equity? Is there any difference? There are two words, so there has to be some difference in the meaning. What is that? Hmm? Everybody, need-based distribution is equity. Equality, equal distribution. Example? Example? Theory correct. Theory correct. Hmm? Voting equality correct. Example? Huh? Hmm? Hmm. Perfect. Yeah. Reservation is equity. Once you bring the common sensical day-to-day examples into your theory, that gives you clarity. This helps you in answering these type of questions. Where to begin with? Where to begin with? I begin this answer with IHDI is considered a better indicator of inclusive growth in the Indian context. The last line, why considered? My answer begins with that sentence from the question itself. So what, in the exam hall, where to begin my answer is from the question itself, the vocabulary from the question itself. It automatically happens when you start from now onwards. It's a skill. I'm taking the example of, I was in the special protection group, the Prime Minister's security. I have practiced nearly 10,000 times, only one moment, only one. just one moment nearly 10,000 times. We keep the weapon here, side weapon. It is with the holster with the button up. It cannot be. Otherwise, somebody snatches, no? Button up. Remove the button, take the weapon out, cock it, means put the bullet in the chamber, and fire in 2 seconds. The bullet has to hit only the face. It is 8 inches, what we call the 8 inches target. Entire body is different, only the face. By the time you complete around 5,000 to 6,000 times, the same stand, take out, bullet is fired with a live ammunition in the firing range, fire, hold it, take it out, load it, fire, keep it up. Again, unbutton, take it out. Because in the VIP security, this is less than 2 seconds. This entire unbutton, the movement, number of movements, see, unbutton, take out the pistol, number 2. By the time it comes movement, 3, cock it, automatically loaded, aim 4, pull the trigger 5, and that's pull the trigger up. If 5 actions, and the bullet has to be in the head count only, head hit only the counted. Because in any VIP security, the thumb rule is the assailant he decides or she decides to fire first. We don't know actually. If that person doesn't, even with the weapon, if he doesn't fire, we don't know actually. Once he or she fires, then we know that once he or she fires at the VIP, the response time is less than, for him to again to take the aim, but it takes around 2 seconds. That 2 seconds is available to us. It's not that 1 घंटा लगेगा, सिनेमा का जैसा देखो देखो अच्छा अच्छा aim करो, चल गया, VIP dead and gone like by that time. So practice and I believe it, practice and practice and practice and practice. We are not born with any of the skill. Skill means learned. Its learning happens only by number of times. Do not consider anything known to you unless you write it down. What are the challenges before the Indian economy? Question number 2, 2025, GS1. GS3. What are the challenges before the Indian economy when the world is moving away from free trade and multilateralism to protectionism and bilateralism? How can these challenges be met? Indian economy, it is free trade with different groups of 2, protectionism, that is tariffs, and one-on-one. 7 minutes, 150 words, 10 marks. Where to start? You have to start this exercise on your own. Don't expect spoon feeding. If you are aiming for in this paper, 110 plus, there is no shortcut. Your progress always incremental. I'll give you a simple example. I was taking the class today about Northeast security issue. Right? Northeast, one of the reasons why last 10 years the militancy, insurgency has come down, then lot of surrenders, lot of surrender of the weapons, then suspension of operations happened. Only reason is development. Development means, for me, electricity, for me, roads, for me, drinking water, for me, connectivity is the development. Last 10 years, the government of India has spent nearly 75,000 crores earmarked for under the program called HIRA. ERA, that's what I told them. H stands for highways, I stands for internet, then RA, roads and airways, basically connectivity, HIRA. That was the theory. Okay, yesterday, that was last week. So yesterday night, there was a news item. Today, 13th, no, tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow Prime Minister is going to Mizoram and Manipur. There was a news item. Why that news item suddenly said that, surprisingly, in Manipur, there was a railway line connectivity first time to the Mizoram. So here is theory. Okay, the theory class is over. After that, I have nothing to do. The syllabus is completed on your own. I'm doing disservice to you. So there is no syllabus completion concept. There is no, if someone is telling syllabus completed means he's not helping you. Today, so that Northeast, today's session is about Naxalism. But recall the Hira. Recall the news item, the new busy line. This is in the news. Hindu paper today or Indian Express. You read the newspapers, right? Every day, I'm very sure. Right? So now, can you link up this with the Hira concept? Means in Assam, up to one particular point, there is a railway line. From there to the place called Bairabi to Sairang, which is 51 kilometers, the railway line, broad gauge, PM is going to inaugurate. That means Mizoram is having the rail connectivity. In Hira, is around 7,000 crores. The distance may be 51 kilometers, but it has one of the highest 110 meters height of the bridge. It's an engineering marvel in Mizoram. They used to travel 6 hours to travel this, now 2.5 hours with this. What is the advantage of this? This particular area is known for, in Mizoram, the organically grown vegetables, fruits. Your avocado, Mizoram is one of the, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram is the best quality avocado. Now, avocado from by road, it has to come to the nearest railway line is junction is near. From there, it has to by train, it goes to Assam, Guwahati. From there, it goes to Calcutta. Imagine almost 48 hours. The shelf life is reduced. Now, with this connection directly, now the connection is to Guwahati, either to Calcutta or to Delhi. So, the Mizoram avocado from the Sairang area directly in Khan Market in Delhi in exactly 24 hours. So why the tribal youth take up a weapon and fight with you? Because they have no time. They have no time for this. Because they are intelligent, natural resources are there, only opportunities are not there. So Hira is an opportunity. Hira, that day theory class, but linked to the current affairs today. You will never forget that. I'm very sure, and very easy to remember and recollect in the examination hall in 150 words. So now you tell me, is there a completion of the syllabus? Only we touched some topics and left it like that. Each topic has to be again revisited, linked to current affairs. Again, today, the session is actually, I told you about this. I started with this news item on the Naxals. There was an encounter, 10 Naxals killed. Why Chhattisgarh? Why they are there? Why the Naxals are still is active in Chhattisgarh region, or some parts of Maharashtra, some parts of Orissa. Take the map. Identify those areas, why they are still there. That is called administrative vacuum. There is no administration because the police cannot go there and hold on. Because police going here, because no terrorist or no Naxal can survive in Hyderabad for more than 24 hours. Because it is under the security shield of the police. Once the security shield is there, then IAS officers, municipal administration, hospital administration, school administration, they come, they start the schools, they start the hospitals, you start giving the PDS. Without the police shield, you say that, no, I cannot go. In Chhattisgarh region, there are certain pockets where there is no administration, there is no security shield. You can't go. So now, linking the topic with the current, as recent as today, why I have taken this is, You might have completed the syllabus. GS paper 1. The GS paper 1, Indian heritage, culture, history, geography, and world and society. Okay, in this paper, Indian culture, salient aspects of art forms. Okay, this is Indian culture. As recent as literature and architecture from ancient to modern times is the first syllabus. What is in news about this? Government of India, Department of Art and Culture, Harappan, Ministry of Culture, Government of India is actively involved in efforts to decipher Harappan Indus script, primarily through Archaeological Survey of India and the IGNO as recent as September 9th, 2025, 3 days ago. The ministry is hosting an international conference in New Delhi for researchers to present their findings and discuss the undeciphered script. Artificial intelligence is going to be used to decipher the script. This is the news item as recent as now. I'm very sure in the syllabus, it's completed. Salient features of art forms, the literature, architecture, completed. As a civil service aspirant, you have to have some system rely on this. Any news item related to salient aspects of art forms, literature, architecture forms, ancient times. I think there is a Google link. I think there is some system where anywhere in India, if a particular news item is there related to this, automatically you get a, that's what I follow. Internal security, anything, it's a Google, I think. Google, what do you call that? Google, you get an email. You have to select the topics of your choice. I select the topics of General Studies paper 1. In this, how many topics are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Modern Indian history about the 18th century until present, significant events, personalities, and issues. I give this to the Google. If there is any current event, if there is any news item to this, send me email. Automatically, the feature is there, I'm very sure. Now, the freedom struggle. The various stages, important contributors from different parts of the country. Prime Minister is going to Northeast. I'm very sure there must be our the Padma Awards. Look at their background. They are artisans. There may be kalakars. There may be something unique to them, which is related to art and culture. That is the source where you have to have some mechanism. You get the alert. Then update. This is what I call incremental progression on each topic. Hera is one step. Mizoram's this railway link, Manipur railway link, Rani Gaidanlu station is incremental progress, one step progress. You have to cultivate that. That's a skill. Whoever religiously post-independence consolidation and the reorganization within the country, that is the reorganization of the states, rarely. History of the world will include events of 18th century. So, redrawal of national boundaries, colonization, decolonization, political philosophy like communism, capitalism, socialism. These each topic, I give it to the Google. If there is any current event, give me a link. Automatically, it extracts that and give you a URL. Means what? You started with efforts of globalization in Indian society. What is a globalization? How globalization is different from modernization? What is globalization? How it is different from modernization? How modernization different from westernization? What is empowerment? So, social empowerment, communalism, regionalism, secularism, salient features of world's physical geography, distribution of key natural resources across world, including South Asia. I'm taking the subheads. Each subhead make a small file. Ensure that the Google, you get the current affairs into that one current affair. It won't happen daily. It won't happen. Some, like Pradhan Mantri comes up with one scheme, like Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. That is the social empowerment, especially women empowerment of the downtrodden. What are the salient features of? If you have that system in place, that's what I call progressive incremental progress. It won't happen overnight. I can dump you with all the books. It won't help you. It won't help you. Each topic. If I'm in your position, paper 1 general studies, out of these 50, 60 subtopics, I select 20. And I master those 20. The 20 based on last 10 years of the old question papers. There has to be some rationale. No? For me, the guiding principle is old question papers. Like, enough lecture. In mentoring, special mentoring session.
So most of the students are facing difficulty in daily routine, how to schedule it and all. Like how to fix the schedule, how to balance the anthropology or optional as well as the GS part and all. They are facing the difficulties. Like few are studying in the late nights and all. So that is also one thing they are facing. And there few are not regular, like out of their fear and all.
Out of?
Fear, like I didn't complete the syllabus. Such kind of fears they are having. That's why majority are not turning up like each week. How to reduce that fear factor, sir? Actually, though we are pushing regularly, but few are coming, few are not
There is
coming.
no point in pushing.
Yes, sir.
They'll give up.
Ah.
They will give up.
This crucial. These 4 months are there till December. So how to maintain that consistency also? It is
They are not asking. You are not taking the exam. This exam is highly individual centric. Your name figures in the list, or that's is you. It's a highly individual centric. It's not a group exam. Like MBA group discussion. There is no group here. You are a loner. If you have a doubt, you raise it. You raise it. You have to you have to you have to force yourself. What is that holding you back? What do you want to know further? It's you who is like karta karma kriya. You, the team is there only to just show you the way. I can assure you this, you are in that 100 bracket. With this preparation level, sufficient to score 100 out of 250. You will hands down. It's up to you. So I came across from my police experience. I must show you one. He's a militant, this guy, okay, from the place where I worked. His name is Sohan D. Shira. He's a Garo. Sohan, his name. From 2012 up to 2017, my single point agenda is 7 years. When I get up, Sohan D. Shira. When I go to sleep, will I get him or not? Sohan is 7 years. 9 times he narrowly missed. We missed him so narrowly. How do we know so narrowly we missed? Like those who worked with him surrendered. Then they show the photos of this guy like receiving the splinters of the grenade. When the grenade is thrown, it's not a single bullet, it splits into pieces. And one piece hit him. That is the only time he got injured. 9 times he escaped. As recent as near as 50 meters. Our commandos could reach 50 meters and he walked away 9 times. I was IG operations. So CM, Home Minister, media, they started suspecting that I am allowing the Sohan to go. Otherwise, how come every time he escapes? How come every time he escapes? Either he is so invincible, he's like, or I'm so useless fellow. 9 times how you miss, ma'am? 1 time okay, 2 times okay. Every time media like this time also escaped. Yeah, escape. I used to address the media. Yeah, he escaped. Sir, is there an understanding between Raju and Sohan? This is what I call the last mile. Why I'm taking this example is, you are reaching up to 110. The target is 120 in this paper. That 10 marks is the last mile. For me, that 50 meters is the last mile. I couldn't get him. We got him some other means. 2017 June, he was gunned down and he's now buried permanently. That is a different. We bridged that last mile connectivity beautifully. So here, 120 is 110 to 120 is the last mile connectivity. PT Usha example I take. She missed the World Olympic 1981 Olympics, Atlanta, by 1/100th of a second. She stood fourth. Right? Correct? She missed the bronze medal in the 100 meters by 1/100th of a second. That how to bridge that 1/100th of a second is the last mile connectivity. So you may think that, oh, the best of the material, the best of the faculty, best of the mentoring, they are not trained to identify the last mile problem in you. From the very big last April onwards, I'm sitting with these mentors that work on that last mile connectivity of each candidate. They are on their own. You don't need any of these mentors because you come up to 90. If my intervention keeps you at 90, Amma, idi chadavamma ila rayamma chala bagundi, why should you waste your time? Yeah? There has to be something. That's why we are actually, the mentors are specially trained here for the last mile connectivity. If you are there in ethics paper, you are in the 90 bracket, can I take it to the 125? How? You have to do that extra. Essay. In fact, we have discussed the other day. Essay, there is a very clear strategy. And 150 and 75, 75. There's 2 essays, right? 2 essays, correct? So 140, 150, hands down, it's easy to score, provided that we are preparing, the mentors are getting prepared. How to, this is the last mile. PT Usha to secure that 1/100th of a second, she looks to the best super specialists, trainers, not ordinary trainer. Ordinary trainers took her to 4th position. Ordinary trainers are not suitable to take her to the 3rd position. Something unique. That's what this team. I'm very fascinated. Like, can I take you to that 110 to 120. That is a huge responsibility on you and on the mentors, this team. Surprisingly, out of these four mentors, three are taking the exam with you. So, so they're taking the exam. Like, is that take it? Each one will mentor 10. All will benefit. There is a strategy, there is an action plan, because I strongly believe in it's a skill-based exam. Skills are learned through practice. That's what hard work. That was self-discipline. He's raising the issue of I'm unable to concentrate. Like my exam preparation is very strict rest from 9:30 to 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. My day ends absolutely at not before 10 o'clock, not after 10, no question of 9:30 to 10. 5 a.m. Civil services, even till date also. 5 a.m. I get up every day. Today morning also I got up. It's like part of my put on the shoe. Now, if I current, I do almost how many? Now it is almost morning. I ran about 7 kilometers. I run every day. I run. Right. Civils preparation, exactly by I do a little bit of yoga. 6 o'clock on the university mess. Exactly. From 6 to 6:30 breakfast. 6:30 I go to VS Krishna library. The library opens at 9 a.m. From 6:30, 7 to 9:30, I sit outside the library and read alone. It's absolutely alone. 9:30 library is open. Along with the chowkidar, I open the key and sit there exactly up to 12:30. 12:30 break lunch, come to the mess. 12:30 to 1 lunch. 1:30 go back to the library exactly up to the 7. 7 to 8 dinner. Dinner, go back to room, then just relax, refresh. Exactly by 9:30, 10, sleep. It's not one time. It's almost 3 years. 3 long years of my post-graduation. Every day, this is my routine. If I can set my routine, who stopped you? Who stopped you? Our generation, especially, we are very fortunate not to having internet, not to having this WhatsApp group, Telegram group, YouTube channel. Oh my God, you are information overloaded. It won't help you. If any one of you downloaded toppers material, you will not succeed. Do a small exercise. You download the toppers of toppers notes 2024. Okay. Download 2023 toppers notes also. Same subject. Compare. Compare. Are they similar? 22, 21, 20 topper. Take the material. Compare. Compare your own optional. If they are not similar, means what? Topper prepared his or her own notes. Why do you imitate? Why do you imitate? Why do you copy? Notes. This is my notes. Today is my thinking. It's my way of thoughts. It's my thoughts. You are equally intelligent. These are stupid topics. These are class 10th topics here. Can't you come up with your own 5 lines notes? You want toppers notes? It's shocking. Mr. M.S. Subramaniam, IAS officer, 87 batch, Haryana cadre. He was the chief secretary of Jammu and Kashmir after the bifurcation. He was from Chhattisgarh cadre with the sociology optional. Imagine, 89 I had taken the exam. His sociology entire bundle is with me. He got to know that I'm Subramanian rank holder, IAS, sociology optional. Mine is a sociology optional. Not even once. I don't know. I didn't open it. No one told me that. God has given us intelligence. This is sufficient to make a notes of 4 to 5 points on any topic of your choice. Why do you need toppers notes? Madam, why do you need toppers notes? Are we so unintelligent to imitate somebody? Imitation will not help in this exam. That's why I written discard toppers notes. If you are in the habit of downloading the PDFs from Telegram, or you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Second, please, hobby. You have to have a very low intensity hobby. Why I have picked up the running is it's a low intensity. You won't tired, but it helps me in overcoming the stress. Exam is, I told you, I have written the essay after 4 pages. So that like, just to prove myself, to test myself, that can I write an exam essay cogently? To tell you how to write, how not to write, yeah. I have to be honest with myself. 4 pages, that is 600 words. After that, I got up, went outside. Oh my God, it's fine. To write cogently, logically, it's not that easy. Unless and until you write almost 100 essays in your own sentences, in your own words, in this 3-4 months. Take up your choice. Why do I want to become an IAS officer, right? Take up. Right in. Okay, what is the incremental now? Again, apply the same incremental progress. Why do you want to be a civil servant? You write one page, A4, one side. I want to be a civil servant because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single side. 2 paragraphs, 100 words. Keep it aside. After 2 days, same question, don't refer that one. Why do I want to be a civil servant? Now, write 2 sides. That is 4 paragraphs. Compare your first 2 paragraphs with them. No commonality, I can assure you. One candidate here, she sent me her essay for evaluation. Okay, that is something related, women issue. I said that, okay, I keep it here. Without referring the same essay, same content, you rewrite the essay again. It's up to you. You write or you don't write, it's up to you. Huh? Write again. Write the same topic, forget about this. Write again. I compared both. 70% is different. Third time, on the same topic, you come up with a beautiful answer with the concise, precise, effective presentation. It's a theory what I'm telling. Unless you practice, and it's called self-experimentation to get into the exam. You have to experiment with this. Incremental means you start essay. That's what I'm telling mentor. Don't ask them to write 1,000 words essay. No way, it's overload. Write in 200 words to begin with. Then 300 words. After 1 month, 500 words. Second month, 1,000 words. It's incremental progress, whether it is essay, whether it is optional, incremental, I strongly believe in incremental progress. Unless and until you have the action plan of the increments. Start with the simplest of the things. I'm going through the integrity, ethics, and aptitude syllabus here. There are, oh my God, this is such an abstract. Each question itself is an essay in this. However, 150 words, 250 words. Ethics and human interface, I don't know. Essence, determinants, and consequences of ethics in human actions. Dimensions of ethics, ethics in private and public relationships, human values, lessons. I was discussing with a very senior IAS officer retired as the chief secretary. I admire him for simple reason. As an IAS officer, he lived ethics 33 years. Every action as an IAS officer is ethical action. We worked together almost 26 years in Meghalaya. He was into IAS 87 batch, IPS 93 batch. Every action from his side is ethically driven. So he is ethics experimented IAS officer. He attended the course on ethics in administration at Harvard University, John F. Kennedy School of Governance, Harvard. His case study, if you go to Harvard Business, the John F. Kennedy School of Governance, Harvard University, K. N. Kumar IAS case study, it is there. How he experimented with ethics as an IAS officer, as a district collector. We have 10,000 IAS officers. Here is a one IAS officer who lived each ethics. I was discussing with him, sir, this. I'm just sharing my experiences on ethics integrity with the civil service aspirants. Oh, like, so what is your approach? Like, I said that, sir, if a candidate can confidently differentiate morality, ethics, and law. If a candidate, civil service aspirant, confidently differentiate morality, ethics, and law, he scores 150 plus in ethics. Wow, that is the correct approach, he said. It's not that easy. This paper ethics, essay, there are 4 and 4. Like I mentioned to you, that is like truth knows no color. Where to start, where not to start, what to write. Similarly, ethics, like paper also, like why ethics is important in administration. Without knowing what ethics, how it is different from morality, how it is different from law, what answer you write? You have to discover answer then and there on the spot, like essay. That's why ethics and essay paper are clubbed together by us. That's why 1,000 marks. The focus is on 1,000 marks. If out of 1,000 marks you clock 575 to 600, sure you will get into interview. Interview is in your hands, 150 plus. So you come up with your own daily routine. If you want to sleep 24 hours, sleep. Absolutely sleep. Upendra's class, 8:30 to 11:30, sociology. From 12 o'clock, the same class I used to lie down on a mat in my room, recollect his lecture, basically, revision in my mind. Oh, definition of social change. How he explained the concept, what examples he has written on the board. Almost up to lunchtime, that session, that day sociology is revised. That's how I planned, actually. You come up with your own plan. There is no universal. Don't imitate. Come up with your own method, please. I cannot suggest you how to. You have to come up. You are appearing for one of the highest level of recruitment exam, yaar. Can't you find solution for this small personal issue? Can't you? Can't you come up with your own 8 to 10 hours of work? It's that let what may come, I'll stick to this. I was telling five methods of if we can incorporate. Number one is make your own notes. Don't copy. Number one, make your own notes in 2 lines, in 3 lines, but writing. Number two, teach. The same thing you teach to your mom or grandmother or tatagaru, your grandfather. Sit, and make him also your student, or teach to your roommate, or if there is anything, teach to yourself. Number two is teaching. Teaching gives you tremendous clarity. Number one is note making. Number two is the teaching. Number three is don't try to become master in one topic overnight. It won't happen. Incremental progress. Every topic you have to revise with your okay, just the Hindu paper. Okay, today's Hindu paper, right? Yeah, September 12th. Why cracker ban only in elite Delhi and not other parts of India? Chief Justice of India asks. Why cracker ban only in elite Delhi and not other parts of India? This is the layman. I'm not appearing for the civil service. You are appearing for civil services, right? Your approach is how the crackers become a part of the culture. What type of crackers are harmful to the environment? What type of crackers are not harmful to the environment? Why there is a ban only in Delhi? Why not other parts? Same, you link up with the tradition, environmental protection, climate change, the same news item. Don't read the news item for the sake of news item. Link it with some theory you already covered. It's a randomly I picked it up. PM Modi to interact with internally displaced people in Churachandpur district, Impal. Now, if this is the topic which I am preparing, this one, first what I do is like Google Maps. I go to Google Maps. Okay, it's available. Now, no thanks. In that, what I am Churachandpur, Impal district. Fair enough. Good. I'm in Churachandpur now. The map. Hindu news item. Churachandpur, Impal state capital, Manipur. The difference between a non-civil services aspirant is reads and forgets. You read and connect. You connect with your theory. Why Manipur is burning? Why PM is going there? Like, where is the Churachandpur? Where is the Impal? Why he is going to Churachandpur? Why not to Impal? Impal is the state capital. Churachandpur is nearby. Why? There is a camp. Camp of whose? Cookies or mates or both. That is the issue, right? So now I bring in, then if I'm in Manipur, what are the other significance or unique feature of Manipur? There is the floating lake, floating islands. And what is the Manipuri, what is the dance, classical dance? What is the Manipuri dress? Is there any unique, why drug problem is there in Manipur? Because you are in Manipur. It's already covered. Internal security is covered. Current affairs is covered. Drug trafficking, it is covered. But news item, every day, what I'm doing is by connecting, I'm revising. I'm revisiting the topic. From the news item, I'm referring. See, it's whose hand, sir? Is it so difficult to do this, sir? You are aiming to be an IAS officer, highest level of recruitment. Can't we do this much of? Can't we come up with our own way of connecting theory and the news item? We are reading Hindu paper. Are we connecting with the theory? Can we do that least extra 5 minutes? That's what that makes you a different person. Your approach is different. Because the beauty here is, again, I'm repeating to the boredom, word limit. Your preparation has to have the word limit, 150 or 250. I give you 10 pages notes. Is that, sir? Can you concise it in the 10 points? As simple as that. I don't want 10 pages, sir. I want 10 lines, 150 words. Can you give it, sir, or not? I'm ruthless. For me, marks matter, not your material, sir. Sir, material जरूरत नहीं, sir. मुझे points बताइए. 5 points बताइए, sir. Study material मुझे जरूरत. I don't want study material, sir. I want points. Because word limit. Anything, please. Please come up with your own solutions, sir. So we'll be interacting now. This is the general session. This is the to present before you our approach. I'll be actively associating with the topics. My way of dealing with the topic is it useful to the exam or not? If it is not, sorry, not required. Time waste. If it is useful, what are the factual information? How many points it requires? That points you have to revise, memorize. The only thing memory required is factual information. And acts, constitution of articles, numbers, you can't bluff. Supreme Court judgments, you can't bluff. Factual information. Personalities, places, dates, you can't fail on that. That is the memory. Only up to that is the memory required. Beyond that, your imagination. Anything from your side, please. We'll stop it. Thank you. Excuse me. Next year, social media question is going to be either in general science or in internal security. Social media is going to be there because Bangladesh is one example, Nepal is another example, India, CAA, and farmers' agitation, social media played a nasty role. That's how we come up with identifying the topics. How much you require, madam? 150 words. What is the social media? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type. How to counter them? How do you stop? Second example, your generation, I'm very sure 26th AI-driven question will be there. Artificial intelligence is going to threaten the entry-level jobs. In ethics and this, what is the ethical dilemma? I'm very sure science and technology or development, governance, AI is going to be the one area. So once I read the newspaper myself, is it useful to the civil services? How can I connect it to theory? Please, it's a skill, sir. Remember, it's a skill. Skill is we are not born with. We have to cultivate. It's in our hands. Your question answered, sir. Done. Observation.
So regarding the essay, as you had a strategy of not writing it from Hyderabad, the sociology paper, you went somewhere else and write. So always I believe in essay rather than choosing a normal topic which everyone would have choosing if there are 4 choices in essay, I would try to choose a hard topic to write my essay. Is it a good approach or you should go with the normal which everyone would choose and write a good essay on that?
Okay. Your question is, so there are 4 questions given. Section A, truth knows no color. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Right? Thoughts find a world and creates another world. Fourth is, best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. So out of the 4, the best lessons are learned through bitter experiences, the easy. Okay. Now, the 20, you take up this essay. Before you begin your answer, this is UPSC notification 2025. Okay. I go to page 30 of the notification. I'm telling you, without doing my homework, I want to open up my mouth before IAS aspirants. That's why that's the value I give to each one of you. Okay. Now 39. How many of you honestly read the UPSC expectation? UPSC expectation from the candidate on the subject essay. How many? None. Have you read the line by line? This is the essay portion. What the UPSC mentions about paper 1, general studies essay in the notification. This is the authentic source, right? There is no other source other than the UPSC website notification. Yes. This is Thappa, Rajamudra, it's there. This is right. There is no other source, not Vaziram, not Vision, not Next, not right or left. Okay, this is fair enough. Now, paper 1, UPSC is asking you, required to write essays in multiple topics. There's 2 topics, right? Now, you will be expected by the UPSC to keep closely to the subject of the essay. I'm reading from here. So UPSC is telling, Bhai Saab, Madam, I expect you okay. Now, also another expectation is to arrange ideas about the subject orderly fashion. Third expectation, Madam, I expect you to write concisely. This I'm reading from here, not my own. Okay, concisely. Okay, now in the first line, 2 ho gaya. Second line, it says that I expect you to remain closely to the subject and give your ideas and arrange the ideas concisely. Concisely means word limit, 1000 to 1200 words. Concise means next. Sir, the credit will be given by who? By the evaluator, who evaluates, right? For exact expression. Exact expression means the bottle is on the center table. There is no confusion, there is ambiguity. Now, in a classroom of the boys and girls where the lights are there, it's a recording is going on, somebody is there, and the water and the bottle is there on the table. Which one is effective? The first one. So, exact expression is a cinema story, don't write this. We come up with the 3-4 paragraphs of introduction, like they begin with a story, the storyline comes like this, starts with RRR, ends up with Spielberg's. So that I don't want that. I want the exact expression. This is not my word, it's UPSC expectation. Right. I'm not interested in exact expression. For credit will be given for effective and exact expression. Effectivity means what? What is? Okay.
We are clearly conveying to the examiner that we are sticking to this idea and we are putting forward our ideas which we have learned.
That is effective. How effectivity is different from efficiency? Minimum effort, maximum impact is effectivity. Efficiency. So, exact expression, precise presentation, word limit, correct ideas, arranged sequentially, logically, creates good impression in the examiner's mind. That is effective way of, means your presentation is to influence the outcome of the examiner. Finally, correct? You have the ability to do that. You have command over language. You have clear understanding of the subject. That is your efficiency, your ability. You have that innate ability to organize your thoughts. How do you know that you are efficient? Depending upon what ideas you cull out. You identify on a subject, remaining closely with the subject. When it happens, once you know what is the subject, coming to the question. Essay, best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. Is the essay. First expectation, your question, I'm answering your question. The same question, all the 20 attempts. Now tell me, madam, best lessons are learnt through bitter experiences. Hindi, Telugu? Telugu kada, ఓకే. అంటే చాలా లైఫ్లో హార్డ్షిప్స్, బాధలు పడి ఎప్పుడు గివెన్ అప్ ఇవ్వని లైఫ్ టీచర్స్ అస్ ద బెస్ట్ లెసన్స్. దాని సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏంటి అసలు? అది ఈచ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ యూ will come up with your own subject. What is the central idea behind this? Best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. Life में bitter experiences, hardships, difficulties, part and part. Life is difficult, Gautam Buddha said. Life is not easy. Life is difficult. Accept the difficulties. Don't pray God that मुझे ये problems दूर करो. Don't allow any problem to come to Ganapati ji. Don't allow the problems to come to me. Problems will come to you. You pray to 100 gods. Problems will find you. But what you pray, don't throw away problems, but seek the strength to counter them, to address the problems. So difficult situations, hardships in life teaches us the best lessons. This is the subject. Like I'm taking the off the cup, but each one of you have to write in one full page. What is the subject? Nothing more. What is the central subject behind this saying? Only that much. I don't want any illustrations. I don't want the second, third, or fourth portion of this. You can tell that you remain close to the subject only when you identify the subject first. Without identifying the subject, how can you say that you are close or not close? What the examiner looks in your answer, have you identified the central idea or not? Your central idea of this topic is totally unique from hers, from his. I can mark it. It's not identical. Once your subject is unique to you, you have to justify that one. Ideas, 10 ideas. Your ideas justifies your way of identifying the core subject. Her ideas, 10 ideas to justify her idea of the subject matter. So his central theme is totally different about this. So his examples are totally different than yours. So it doesn't matter. Even one topic to the 100 members will come up with 100 subjects on the same topic with 100 into 10, 1,000 different ideas to justify their answer. So here is this mentoring program is basically you come up with your own way of identifying the subject and idea. You are very good at ideas. The question is, first identify the subject, yaar. Without identifying, you are coming up with explanation, arranging the paragraphs. Is that I can't evaluate it. Your first step is wrong. Examples are very good, but subject you have not identified. You will not get mark 75. So the mentoring program is basically to inculcate in you the skill of identifying the subject thoroughly. Unless and until you identify the subject, there is no point in your ideas. Why? I don't need your ideas. Ideas are generated to show to the examiner that you remain close to the subject. Where is the subject here? Then how do I know that you remain close? With whom you remain close? The anchor point. That's what I call the anchor. Every topic has an anchor point. You come up with your own anchor point, madam. Depending upon the point, you come up with the examples. I start this with Buddha's quotation. The life is difficult, Buddha said. Nothing comes easy. That's my way. You come up with some other APJ Abdul Kalam's example. how hardships taught him. He became the missile man of India, president of India. Abdul Kalam, you come up with that example. I come up with the Buddha example. You come up with the Abdul Kalam. Both are correct. There is no right or wrong answer. The moment you identify the correct core idea in the subject, then easy for you to beautify it with your examples. Once you identify 10, 15 examples, he's telling, arrange them logically, arrange them sequentially, keep it concise. Don't give RRR stories. Don't write cinematic stories. Confine to the. That is skill. The first skill the mentors are now is to inculcate in each one of us is identify the central subject. Your answer is that once your subject is different, his subject topic is one and the same, but you identify your own subject depending upon your background information, his, her. Then you come up with your own examples. You come up with your own conclusion. All are correct. It's not the content. It is the subject identified or not. What I'm testing here, the skills, subject identification skill, illustration skills, articulation skills, presentation skills. I'm looking at the skills, not at the content. Content is the media, but I'm looking at your skill. Focus on the skill. The mentor team is basically to inculcate in you again and again. That's why progress is incremental. It won't happen. We give you topics for right. Acha likha hai. 125 out of you. First, the evaluator doesn't know. I don't want to be dishonest with you for simple reason that you are preparing for the highest level of exam. Yeah, I respect that decision. I hope. Thank you.